Hey guys, it's the Lego Detective, and I'm back for another Ninjago review. So, yeah, I do apologize for a bit of the lack of videos, but by now you should have kind of gotten used to it if you've been keeping up with my channel, because I still go to school, so I can't do too many videos during the week. So normally I like to do at least 5 within, 4 to 5 within the course of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because those are the times when I have off to do videos. So, yeah, just deal with that. But hey, at least I'm putting out video most weeks. And yeah, I will get back to doing Beyblade, but I'm still working out camera angles and such. And I kind of want to get a few of these sets, some of these Lego sets out of the way, because I'm taking these out of my basement. So I have to put them back, and my room is really cramped. There's like barely any space where you can actually move. The real only comfortable place in my room is really my bed, and right in the area where I'm standing to record. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to finish off most of these, or at least the Tournament of Elements Ninjago sets. Put them back downstairs. That'll open up more space. Then I can bring more sets into my room, and then get the flow started a bit more. So I have 2 more sets. This is one of them. So this is the Jay's Electromech set, and this is a pretty tall set. Of course, it's a mech, so I had to adjust the camera angle. So I'm going to make a quick cut and be back showing you the minifigs. So our first minifig is Jay, of course, because it's Jay's Electromech. So let's give him a full 360 here. You can see just like all the other ninja. Here, I'm going to see. Maybe this looks a bit better. There we go. He has the symbol printed on his back. See that? I'm gonna take off some stuff. I've already mentioned before, I really do like the Tournament of Elements design for the element. I mean, for the suit for the element. Okay, so that was Jay. The next figure that we have is a bit interesting. He's another Anaconda warrior, and his name is Chope. Well, or I say Chop, but his name is spelled with an E at the end. It's Chope. So I'm not sure if it's Chope or Chop. And this figure, as well as the Anaconda warrior, coming with the next set that I have to review, the Lloyd's Jungle Raider, I believe that's what it's called. They both come with special figures. So, if you don't know about the Tournament of Elements line, Master Chan's plan was basically to turn all of his Anaconda warriors and himself into actual Anaconda. And there were 2 figures released in the Anaconda line, Tournament of Elements line, that were basically Anaconda soldiers turned Anaconda. And you had Chop Rai, and then you had Kapow Rai. And the Anaconda warrior in the other set, his name is Kapow. So, and also in the show, Chop or Chope and Kapow are sort of buddies. I couldn't have remembered that, but I was recently watching some clips from the show. So yeah, that's how I remember. But so that does make this figure a bit better than some of the other ones. It's because he got a reincarnation as another figure. And by the way, the Rai, if you couldn't already tell, the Rai in like Chop Rai and Kapow Rai is like Kapow plus Anaconda or Chop plus Anaconda. So yeah, that's the warrior that we get. So a bit of a better character than some of the other ones. And also, I believe that he is exclusive to this set. I believe. I might be wrong. But yeah. So those are the figs. And before we adjust the camera again for the mech, we have this little thing here. I'm just going to zoom in a bit. It's just this really simple build. It has like these double crossbows. And it's just the Anaconda's piece. And you can see, I really like that printing right there. That looks really nice. It has a snake on it. Too bad it gets covered up, but that's kind of the only way that they could have accomplished that. But I really like how that looks. It's a really small thing, but you could... Oh, whoops, his head popped off. You could easily just... It looks pretty good with him right behind it. Okay, so moving this aside, let's adjust the camera for the mech itself. Okay, so here's the mech, and I just had to adjust my camera to do it. I built this big Duplo stand for my phone to use, and I make it higher and lower by using my Bakugan cases, which are extremely sturdy, by the way. So I just had to take one out to be able to have good focusing for the minifigs and add one so that I could adjust to this guy's height. So I'm not a big fan of Lego mechs, but I'm definitely not the biggest of fan of this set, my personal opinion. Just Lego mechs in general, there's always some sort of flaw that I just don't like. It's mainly the fact that sometimes, like, if you get into a good pose and you just are carrying it, something like that can happen, and it can just get completely offset. And I don't like when that happens sometimes. So, but yeah, I've never really been a fan of Lego mechs, especially since they use, like, the Bionicle ball joints, but sometimes they just mix the Bionicle CCBS with bricks, and I don't know, something about Lego ball joints but using the bricks rather than doing a Bionicle Technic build just doesn't work for me. This actually does have a bit of Technic build back in these wings, and you can see some gears sticking out the top. But before we get to that, let's just sort of do a 360 on this thing, or a 180 on either side. So we have some stickers down there with detail, Jay's logo, and we have a posable hand with some fingers. And here's the Jade Blade in the set. Focus in on that, like always. Lego does an amazing job on the Jade Blade. There we go. You can see it's based, that mold, it's a very cool piece. Not sure if they've remade this piece. If this piece has ever been remolded in a different color, please tell me, because this is a really cool piece. It's basically Jade Blade, lightsaber hilt with a sword on the end. And there's no, like, little shrine piece, so you just have to have the mech holding it like this. So yeah, and pretty almost the same. Actually, no, it's slightly different. You can see on the legs, slightly different stickers there. And then on the other side, we have some like power voltages with the stud shooters, which I don't think I've ever encountered these on my channel before. But basically, what you do is you push on that, and then it shoots off a stud, and that just flew across the screen. So yeah, it's a pretty simple mechanism. You have these two pieces. We have the main shooter piece, and then we have the secondary gray piece that you plug in, you push, and then it just puts pressure on whatever is in there. And as you can see, when I put in the stud, the gray piece sort of sets downward, so you're ready to shoot again. Not my favorite gimmick, but hey, they don't fire off too easily. Like the spring-loaded shooters, which is another gimmick released alongside the stud shooters, and the stud shooters don't have a good effect. They don't really fire too well, but at least they stay in place. Like the spring-loaded shooters, if you're just playing with a set that has spring-loaded shooters, but you're not actually purposely using them, sometimes they'll just fly everywhere, and that is really annoying. Anyway, posability, we'll do posability first. So we have ball joint in the foot, we have a ball joint in the main leg. You can see sort of how the main leg is built up, and same thing on the other side. It is just a mirror image with a different sticker. You can see that's the back of the feet. For articulation over here, it's not really, there's no really head to the mech, it's just sort of there, but that's fine. We have a little ball joint on the shoulder pad here, which is the Mixel's ball joint, so it's a bit smaller than the normal ones. And then we have a CCBS short arm piece being used as the upper arm, and the lower arm is over here, the stud shooters, and then the other hand, it's just the grabber arm thing. So, yeah. We have some nice little stickers right there, and you can see I just opened up the cockpit, revealing this piece. Let's see if I can get it around. And that is actually not a sticker, that is a printed piece. And since Jay doesn't really have too many weapons, a lot of the times what LEGO sets will do is they'll include a weapon that you can easily detach from the set. So this sort of roll cage design right here with the swords, those swords can easily be detached and you can plug them onto Jay. Speaking of Jay, let's put him in the thing. You can see we just lift that down. We have what would represent some sort of like deluxe seating, I would assume. And you just peg him in. I prefer mechs that the character can actually sit inside. I don't really like standing mechs. But this one actually is it's a bit different for me. Let's see if I can try to get his arms to go down. Yeah, you can't really get his arms to go down without pushing the whole dude down. So he sort of has to be like this, but it works. But yeah, now to the main feature. So you see these blades over here. So those are going to actually activate in 3, 2, 1. Boom. That was really smooth. Let's show you going down. Oh, okay. Oh my god. It completely fell. Okay, take 2, I guess. I don't think I'll cut that out. That's just too funny. There we go. Here, I'm going to do it again. Just push it down. And push it back up. Boom. Very smooth. Down. Extremely smooth. Here's how it works. So on the back, we have a gear. We have these 2 yellow gears, which are attached to this Technic and brick assembly, which is attached through these hinge pieces over here. Allow you to hinge stuff, and you just plug it on. You have this sort of like this bar piece that has like a bar going off to the side, and it's plugged into one of the gears. And when you push it up through this, it's pretty loose in here, as you can see, but you just push it up easily, and it pushes up the gear because it's connected to the gear, which moves the other gear, and since these 2 gears are on the same axle, then it just moves up all as one. So yeah, very, very smooth, looks very good. Kind of hard to show you on camera, but very, very smooth. I'm going to try to find some way to do this so I can get it in the camera here. I'll show you how it goes down. Kind of blocked it. Maybe I'll do it from the side. There we go. That worked. So yeah, very detailed. And one more part that I also really like is if you see these stickers there, they will actually move. So here, I'll just do it slowly. You can see that they're moving, and the gears are turning literally because there are gears. A sticker with the gears and the sticker just with like some emblem. But this sticker is still asymmetrical with like little cracks and dents, so it still looks like it's moving. It looks better when you do it slowly. Well, this looks better, but of course the wings look better when you do it fast. And when you might be seeing this, that when I first push it up, it sort of shakes a bit, but that could sort of represent like, so he's on the ground and then he wants to fly. So then he starts to take off, the wings go up, they're shuddering because he's like getting in the altitude, and then the wings stop shaking and then he blasts off. So, yeah, okay. So, this time for the judgment system, I'm not going to be doing it the way that I used to, because that took up way too much time, and I felt like I was taking up way too much time doing that, and I checked some of my videos, and it was like another 3 or 4 minutes just judging the set. So I'm just gonna say a few quick words. So I like the play features. The play features are awesome on this set. This is completely genius. I love the wing feature, how it just ever so smoothly just boom, boom, boom. I love that. That's really cool. Minifigs are pretty good. And overall, it's a pretty good set. I'm pretty sure original retail price was like $20 to $25. I think it was $25. And you know, yeah, I would pay that price. I'd say that now, getting it used, I'd say $15 is a good price. I haven't really checked up on prices of Tournament of Elements sets. Most of them, to get them sealed, it's tend to drop like $5 to $10. A few of the worst sets only drop $10 sealed, but a few of the better ones only drop $5. So, hey, at least it's dropping at all. At least it's not gaining value, right? And to get them used, it's normally a little bit more than half of the original price. So I feel like getting this used would cost you maybe like $12 to $15. I'd say that's a good price. Minifigs, to be completely honest, I don't really like this variation of Jay. Something just doesn't click with me. But I feel like they're both pretty cool characters, especially since if you have the Chop Rye figure, you can sort of have Chop and Chop Rye. And if you have Kapow from the Jungle Raider set, which is my next review, or my next Ninjago Tournament of Elements review, then that one you could do with the Kapow Rye. So I do recommend you get the set. It's a pretty good set. And even if you don't use it for this, I could see a lot of different mocks made with just these pieces. There are a lot of good pieces. I feel like all of the stickers on the set are pretty good, and especially that Anaconda plate. That's probably my favorite piece in the entire set. That Anaconda, the disc right there. I just love that piece, and it looks pretty good. It's like not the best mech. It's definitely not the best mech, but it's one of the cheapest. A lot of the other mechs seem to be pretty expensive. Like Samurai X was like $50. Ronin was like the $40 one. This at retail price was pretty cheap. So it's pretty cheap now, and it's a pretty good mech. I like it. So yeah, I can recommend this set to you guys. So that's all for me. I'll see you next time.